Hey guys, sim racing with a wheel is a must-have, right? To be fast, precise and consistent in those online competitive races. But what is equally more important is to get the right set of buttons mapped within your hand's reach so as to not get yourself distracted while close racing. Le Mans Ultimate is my current go-to sim title when it comes to online multiplayer racing. But when I go to this control section in the settings menu, there is a plethora of options that you can set up. But what are the essential key bindings you must have when racing in Le Mans Ultimate? In one of my previous video, I showed you guys the unboxing of my new Stream Deck which I bought around 1 year back and how I use it in sim racing. In this video, I will go through the buttons that I have set up both in my racing wheel as well as in my Stream Deck and how I use them in Le Mans Ultimate. So let's find out. To start with, I use the McLaren V1 wheel from Fanatec. There is a newer version now, by the way, but I have been using this for over 3 years without any regret. And I think this has just enough buttons needed to get the main key bindings totally under your palm's reach. Pairing this with a Stream Deck in my sim racing rig is a good bonus, because then I can free up some buttons from my wheel and transfer them to this device instead. So I'm in Le Mans Ultimate right now, and let's start with my McLaren V1 wheel from the top left corner. The first button I have within my thumb's reach is the blinker headlights to warn cars in front that I'm approaching. I rarely use it because I'm not a pro in sim racing. The second one, this is the speed limiter or pit stop limiter. If I have it on, my car cannot go more than 60 kilometers per hour. And I think this is quite essential, especially in Le Mans Ultimate during the rolling start. Then I can easily just hold my throttle, and as soon as the lights turn green, I can just press this button to switch off the speed limiter, and then I'm away with the race. This one is a two-way switches. Turning it up actually increases the traction control power cut, and moving it down one step at a time decreases the traction control power cut. And just beside that, I have this rotating knob which basically controls my traction control, the main traction control. On the right side, this is the ABS. As you can see, I can change the ABS setting just by rotating this dial. And this one is similar to the left side. I can either move it up or down, and this will increase or decrease my brake bias, which is needed when I'm practicing and I just want to quickly adjust brake bias to see when the car starts to spin, when heavy braking or braking into the corner. So this is also quite important. Then the next one is the P. I mean, this is just basically the pause screen. It's an alternate escape button for Le Mans Ultimate and pretty much all other sim titles. This one is the pit stop request, because in Le Mans Ultimate, if I want to pit stop earlier, I have to press this button to make my pit stop crew ready. One thing I don't like about Le Mans Ultimate is that it doesn't have a blinker like the left and right indicators. So I use this left and right buttons to see left or see the right side of my car. This is not used as much, but it's good to have them just within the reach of your thumb. So just to quickly look if there are cars nearby. This thing doesn't do anything. This is the setting for the McLaren wheel, how I want to use this extra clutch pedals. Other than that, this button basically is a view button for the back. I can see what is behind my car. The X button is for the MFD. I can cycle through the MFD display one by one. I haven't bind it to the previous page, so it's only the next X next. And if I want to make any changes, let's say I want to make any changes to the traction control even from the MFD, then I can use this funky switch. It can go left, right, down and up. This is used for changing any other settings. Finally, I have this button that I have pasted a cam sticker because previously I was using it to change views, but this is for making the gear to neutral position, because I have to bind it to an extra button so that I accidentally don't downshift to neutral while racing. So as you can see, I'm in the first gear, and if I accelerate, it goes forward, but I cannot downshift it back to neutral unless I press this button. I press it, then it goes to neutral, and then I can reverse. So that's pretty much it from the McLaren V1 wheel. And let's hop into my Stream Deck over here. Moving to my Stream Deck, this is the first screen I have set it up to launch different sim racing title. So as you can see, I have Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa Evo, Euro Truck Simulator, Flight Simulator, and Assetto Corsa Rally. You might notice that I don't have Le Mans Ultimate button here. I had it previously, but after LMU have implemented this anti-cheat launcher, I needed to start LMU from my Steam account. That's why I don't have a shortcut for it. Other than that, I have this crew chief, which I use in races to be my spotter, and my OBS for my other screen recording and streaming. But essentially, you can see these three buttons: racing, trucking, and flying. When I race in Le Mans Ultimate, I press this racing button, and then the page is turned to this racing mode. If I go to back and I go to trucking, then all the truck related buttons are here. And if I do flying, then all the flight controls that I use mostly in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have it here. But in this video, I will just focus on the racing page. As you can see, the first one is the start stop engine button. Although it is not used in Le Mans Ultimate heavily, but it also works in Le Mans Ultimate. So if I press this button, my engine turns off. As you can see, I don't have any rev lights over here. But then if I start my engine and then press and hold the start button, you will find the engine is revving. Then I have this headlights on and off. I have it set manually, although you can have it in auto setup in the settings, but I like to have it set manually. This is the wiper button. After pressing that one, my wiper turns on, and if I press it again, it goes to fast or off or auto. Next is the traction slip control, that is increasing the traction slip or decreasing the traction slip. There are three kind of traction control settings, right, in Le Mans Ultimate. One is traction control cut, which I have set it from here, and this is the traction control, and from here I can adjust the slip settings in the traction control. So I can either increase or decrease it just by pressing this one. The other two buttons is the reset force feedback, because sometimes before the start of the race, it might happen, or if it may happen, that I lose connection to the wheel and my force feedback is gone from my wheelbase. I just have to press this button to reset it back, and then I have my feedback back again just before racing. Also, this is the resetting my lap times. Once I go inside the pit and make a pit stop, I needed to reset my best lap time, so as to calculate what is my next best lap time after I go out from the pit. Apart from that, I have added a camera button over here to quickly change view in Le Mans Ultimate, and as well as in other sim titles as well. Then I have a separate view page in my Stream Deck. After clicking it, the pages changes to adjust my seating position and FOV. So basically I can increase, decrease the FOV as I want. And the speciality of this page is that this can automatically goes to the previous page after I click any one of the buttons. This is essential while racing, because then I don't want to go and tap the back button because I'm totally focused in the racing itself. So it goes back automatically. So I can quickly change views, I can adjust the seat, I can go forward or backward or up or down just by pressing and holding the button, as you can see here. And after that, when I'm done, I just leave it there and it goes back to the previous page. So this is what buttons I use in my Stream Deck as well as in my sim racing wheel. But if you have some more insights or the buttons that you find that is quite essential in sim racing, let me know down in the comments, guys, if you have more suggestions on the buttons that you use in sim racing. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video and found this useful. Thank you, take care, and happy racing. Bye bye.